Hey YouTubers, I am here at Miami, Florida SuperCon 2014 once again. And I am here with
Tom Cook.
Tom Cook. And can you tell people what you do?
I was an animator and director on a lot of different TV shows, He-Man, Scooby Doo, She-Ra, Thundarr the Barbarian, SuperFriends, and a bunch of movies like Prince and the Pauper, Roger Rabbit, and Rover Dangerfield.
Did you draw Jessica?
I did draw Jessica.
I bet that was fun.
Yeah, it's always great working on some of these classic characters.
Now I'm very curious about animator work because like every person has their own specific style of how they draw. Is that any more difficult than is that more difficult for you?
They give all of the animators a thing they call a model sheet. It's something like this, but it's got all the characters and all the different head turns and stuff, so that each artist knows what it's going to look like, so you don't have a lot of different styles, and that way it all looks the same no matter who draws it.
Cool. Now, as for SuperFriends, I've seen a little bit of it. Why did they make Aquaman that way? He's kind of the butt of the joke in the group.
Oh, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I don't even know why he's the butt of the joke. It just seems like there's not a lot of action going on in the ocean where he can control the animals.
Yeah, that I never understood because I'm not a huge Aquaman fan, but I have respect for the character, and like his powers are just so cool that they just made him look so lame.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know why.
So what has been your favorite show to work on?
Well, my favorite show was this show here called Thundarr the Barbarian, and it's kind of a after the world is destroyed, they're kind of rebuilding it. And Jack Kirby, who is the creator of Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer, Thor, Iron Man, he was one of the creators of the show. So it was really nice to get to meet Jack Kirby when I was working on the show. So that really has a special place in my heart.
Any favorite characters that you've drawn?
You know, I like Scooby Doo, obviously. Scooby Doo is one of the big, it's probably been around forever. And they just keep redoing it. So that was one of the ones that's more endearing.
Okay, how long does it usually take to draw certain scenes out?
Well, we had about a week to do the show, and usually as an animator you were given about 30 seconds worth, and so that was a week's work, and that's 12 drawings per second, and then 30 seconds, so it's like 300 or 400 drawings. So yeah, it's quite a bit. And you also had an assistant animator that would fill in the in-between, so I didn't have to do all of the 12. I'd do maybe number 1, number 5, and number 12, and then put a chart, and then the assistant would put it in.
Cool. Now, when characters are like coming from behind doors or like over mountains or whatever, do you get a picture of the background?
Yeah, they give us a folder with all of the other things that are going to be in the scene, and that way we can tell where the line's going to be cut off. A lot of times, if it's something like a table, they'll just put on a cell in front of it, so we can just draw, and whatever is behind it goes by. But sometimes it's part of the background, and we have to put a little line so that they kind of register to that. If there's like, gosh, I don't know, a rock or something that's painted in the background, and they have to be behind the rock, we know where to draw down to so that it looks like they're behind the rock.
I think that's all. Oh yeah, Raj, who framed Raj? I had to guess that. Besides Jessica, who else did you draw?
Well, I drew all three of them.
You drew Baby Herman
and Roger. Yeah.
Can you explain Roger Rabbit and Jessica's relationship? Because
no, I can't.
It's kind of strange.
No, I can't. I always thought it was interesting because Roger Rabbit Disney really didn't want any credit for it because they thought it was going to be a bomb. And that's why Kathleen Turner doesn't have any credit for being the voice of Jessica Rabbit in the show. So, and then all of a sudden it was Walt Disney's Roger Rabbit. Now there's a Toontown at Disneyland, so it was a pretty big hit for him. So,
was it more was it easier or difficult? Because it's live action mixed with the animation. Was that harder?
Well, it's about the same. It's just that they gave you a blow up of every frame of the film, so that if there was an automobile, we know, to put Roger inside the car, so we knew where the window line was. So they had every single frame blown up in black and white, so they could use that to animate. So otherwise, it's just like having a regular background, but this time it's a photo.
I think that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.